Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Same Spirit Gaming. My name's Matt.
And I'm Jordan.
On your marks.
And we're back with more Death Squared. Or is it Death to the 4th or 5th? Or I don't even know which power we're working with here now.
Or possibly even 6th, because there are 6 cubes.
Maybe, but...
And 2 lasers.
I mean, 2 lasers has been fairly common, but... Yeah, this is gonna be a heck of a thing.
You have to get them all in that little area. Oh.
Yeah, I kind of forgot that the one blue block was... Or the one blue bot, maybe? I don't know. But one of the blue ones was blocking stuff for red. Okay, well, I want to at least get those two kind of how I had them before I start doing much of anything with trying to get the third one in the mix there.
That's gonna... Oh, I see what you're doing. Okay. I was gonna say that's gonna shoot him.
Yeah.
Nice.
But maybe my thinking should be a little bit more like this instead.
Yeah.
But also, I'm gonna need to move... I'm gonna have to move this red one forward a bit. The one that's like kind of in the middle. Before I get too much further with blue.
Yeah.
But I guess I kind of need that one blue to stay there while I get red figured out anyway.
Right, yeah. I think you can mostly just...
Okay. Oh, but I need that red one there because it's blocking for... Well, I can get those 2 blue ones kind of situated.
Yeah.
And then I won't have to worry about that one red one blocking for other blue stuff. But now I don't even... feel like I've kind of gotten myself in a bind here. Okay. Let me do a little bit of this to try and... No, that doesn't really fix it either.
That was... Yeah, you had the opposite problem.
But I can't... Okay, wait. Maybe that helped. No.
Yes. Might be stuck.
Yeah. Just a bit. Or I get lucky.
Oh, nice.
Oh, no, wait. Okay. Move those a little further over. And then...
Nice. Hey, look at that. You did it.
Okay, well, those are lined up now, but... Still gotta figure out how to get them generally a bit closer to each other.
Now you can move the blue up too. Yeah. Whoop.
Okay. That one doesn't need to be there anymore.
Yeah. There, now all the blues are there. Just move them all to the right. There you go.
That red can go back that way, that's fine. And
nice.
then... Victory.
6 cubes. Nicely done. I see lasers.
Right.
Oh, there's not 3. Okay.
Yeah, we've got...
I am David.
Ah, good answer, Iris.
We've got lasers from above now. Yay.
is correct, David.
I don't even...
A lot of moving parts.
Yeah.
Okay, so somehow you're gonna have to block. Yeah, like that. Excuse me. Move the red under the block.
Okay, red's going there for the moment.
Okay. That's weird. Maybe... I wonder if the red button is gonna turn off the light. Oh no, yeah, you're moving it there.
Nope. Ah! I was...
Dang.
Had it, like, teetering on the edge there of... okay.
Could you put the red block ahead of the blue?
If I did this, yes.
Yeah. That looks good.
Okay, now blue can go on its merry way through here, but maybe I'll leave it there for the moment.
Uh-huh.
Alright. Now what does this do? That just lifts red up. Why would I need to lift red up? I do not know.
Do not know.
I'm gonna need to get red past blue again at some point.
Maybe that's why you have to lift him up. Yeah, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to get him ahead.
I stack them for now. I don't know. Or...
Oh, you need to put blue on top, I think.
It's like we both thought of that at the same time.
It's like, oh.
Okay.
Blue
So now I can
block
just...
laser. A little scary.
Okay, yeah. That should be...
Nice.
Yeah. Alright.
Little bit scary.
All right, get your square butts in the round circles.
Alright, we got 4 zappers this time. Fun.
They're
okay,
going
and
everywhere.
so moving the blue block forward actually moved the blue zapper back. That makes perfect sense. Okay. That was too far, I guess. Okay.
Well, if you want, I could get the verse of the day. Or the
Yeah.
section.
Let's get that in the mix here, because...
All right. So, because chapter 5 is split up into 3 sections, we thought we'd read the last part of chapter 4, and because it's so short, we'll read the first part of chapter 5. So that's what we'll do. All right. So, chapter 4, verse 13. Now listen, you who say, today or tomorrow, we will go to this or that city, spend a year there, carry on business, and make money. Why, you do not even know what will happen tomorrow. What is your life? You are a mist that appears for a little while and then vanishes. Instead, you ought to say, if it is the Lord's will, we will live and do this or that. As it is, you boast in your arrogant schemes. All such boasting is evil. If anyone then knows the good they ought to do and doesn't do it, it is sin for them. And now we're moving on to chapter 5, verse 1. Now listen, you rich people, weep and wail because of the misery that is coming on you. Your wealth has rotted, and moths have eaten your clothes. Your gold and silver are corroded. Their corrosion will testify against you and eat your flesh like fire. You have hoarded wealth in the last days. Look, the wages you failed to pay the workers who mowed your fields are crying out against you. The cries of the harvesters have reached the ears of the Lord Almighty. You have lived on earth in luxury and self-indulgence. You have fattened yourselves in the day of slaughter. You have condemned and murdered the innocent one who is not opposing you. So yeah, I guess they kind of go a little bit together because the last section, chapter 4, is kind of the section is labeled actually boasting about tomorrow. So it's basically saying if you think you did a whole bunch of stuff in your life by yourself and you're very proud of your life, it's kind of arrogant to do so, to just say that you did everything. It actually says all such boasting is evil. But really, it's all in God's will, and there's a lot more that goes into it than just our own motivations and plans. And then the first section of chapter 5,
Here's a
it's basically talking about slavers and rich people. I missed. Whoa, we're on a totally different level. I totally missed one.
Yeah, but this is only the next level, so you didn't miss a lot.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
But yeah, regarding that second portion, I mean, I'm not gonna say that it's outright for sure what's going on today, but I mean, it's not too much of a stretch to think that there's similarities.
Right. Yeah.
I mean,
There
you've
are
got
definitely
corporate CEOs making, millions or more dollars a year.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, their other quote unquote lower level employees are not even making enough to get by.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. The cries of the harvesters. You have lived and fattened yourselves. Yeah. You have hoarded your wealth in the last days. Yeah.
Yeah, they're saving it all up for themselves. Generally, right now that is happening via, just them buying stocks in their own companies or even other companies and just sitting on it.
Right, yeah. That is what that's where pretty much all money is.
That's where the vast majority of money is.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure how exactly this works, so, don't quote me on this, but, somehow, as a global economy, we are more in debt than we have net worth. Hey, real quick, Matt from the future here editing this video. I wanted to correct a little something here. So, it's actually the GDP value that is less than the global debt. So, basically our global debt is higher than the amount of money that the entire globe earns and produces every year. That's what it is. Net worth is higher, but it's still, like, kind of a bad situation.
Oh, yeah, that is true.
Which even includes all the stuff with the stocks. So,
Yeah.
like, that's where I really don't get how all that works, but...
Yeah.
But, like-
it's not really just corporate overlords as well. It's like, I was talking to my family about how, listen to this is not illegal. You can be a senator and make investments in the stock market based on laws you vote on. Like, that is basically insider trading. Like, if you were part of a company and you had insider information and you
Yeah.
traded stocks on that, that's illegal. But if a politician does that, it is not illegal. It's crazy to me.
Right?
So, yeah, I mean, many, many ways you can hoard wealth and, take advantage of people who are part of the quote-unquote lower class, whatever you want to call it. But there's definitely parallels to present day versus when this was written. At the same time, we must realize that, not all rich people are just evil, and if you're rich, it means you're going to hell, basically. I wouldn't say that.
Right.
But
it's
there,
the love of money, or
yes.
otherwise stated, maybe like the, I think it mentioned the hoarding of wealth.
Yeah. Yeah, and it discusses, the workers who mowed your fields and the cries of the harvesters. So, whoa, that's a big level.
Yes, it is, and I am not looking forward to it already.
Searching for places to get chili. There are 3 air
Yeah, I think, like you said, the love of money or the greed,
Chili.
that's really where it starts to become sinful.
Just forget it.
And I also think there was a lot of anger when this was written and against wealthy people in general. Like, I'm just trying to think of the context, in that time, the rich people were probably more in the face of the rest of the people. Like, today, we think of all these rich CEOs and people in corporations, and it's like, can you even picture the face of one of those people? Because I can't. I don't know who is the CEO of most companies besides, like, Mark Zuckerberg. And
Yeah,
all the
there's a few,
guys.
like Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk.
But, like, Johnson & Johnson, huge corporation. I have no idea what the board looks like or the CEO or anything. And so, to circle back around, what I'm trying to say is, back then, you would walk around and you can see with your eyes who's rich and who's poor and who's working in the fields. And so, I think just seeing that would probably make people a lot more angry, like, every day. If you walk by someplace and you see a bunch of, like, literally people taking advantage of poor people, like, right in front of your eyes, that would be pretty infuriating. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's sometimes, maybe not in this case, but there's some hyperbole when it comes to talking about the rich people. Just because it was way more in your face. Although I guess today, you can kind of, it's in your face with how like big everything is. Like when we have rich people, they're like so incredibly rich, so much that. Yeah, it's hard to say. I don't know. I guess celebrities are pretty rich, and everyone knows who they are. It's just that for some reason, a lot of people idolize celebrities, which I will never understand.
Because there's the culture of, wanting that for yourself in a way.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, it's weird to me. I just imagine, like, if I saw some celebrity on the street that I recognized, I would probably just not even... I don't know, I just wouldn't... I'm not the type of person to, like, go up, oh my gosh, Will Ferrell. That was the first person I could think of for some reason. Oh my gosh, it's Brad Pitt. Oh, let's go talk to him, blah, blah, blah. I'd just be like, oh... That was cool. I just probably tell my wife later. Oh, hey, I was walking down the street. I saw Brad Pitt. That was kind of cool. That was it. I don't know. Everyone else running up trying to get pictures.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And then there were the earlier verses there that
Oh yes.
Had to do seemingly with just making plans and
yeah, and the section's called boasting about tomorrow, so I kind of feel like it's you're what do they call it, counting your chickens before they hatch. And only God really knows what is going to happen tomorrow, so don't I guess it's kind of like don't if someone says, "Oh, I'm moving to New York City and I'm joining an investment firm and I'm going to be super rich," and telling everybody how amazing their life is going to be. And it's like, well, you don't really know yet, and just trust in God. If God is, if that's what's meant for you, then that's going to happen. But instead, you ought to say, if it is the Lord's will, we will live and do this or that. As it is, you boast in your arrogant schemes. In your arrogant schemes, all such boasting is evil. So, I kind of, when I first read it, stumbled around a little bit, but that's, you got it.
yeah.
So,
And I guess there's also
more about
the
this Project Killbot. I'm just curious what
the whole idea of making these plans and them being kind of arrogant or whatever reminds me of a different sort of parable within the Bible about a man who
very curious.
wanted to build bigger barns just so he could store up more goods
What?
that he thought he could just then kind of sit on and take it easy for the rest of his life,
Oh, yeah.
not realizing that God was about to
They will be deleted.
take his life away from him, basically.
Destroyed permanently, David.
What? They
Yeah,
can't
we'll
erase
have to
them.
find
They've
that
come
and
so
talk
far.
about it.
There is no way I'm gonna let that happen.
So it's like, why bother with trying to,
Of course, David.
make these plans to get rich or whatever when you don't even know how things are gonna go? Like, why make plans that are, quote unquote, the long con
Yeah.
when you don't even know how long you'll be alive? Like, what's the point?
Yeah. Right.
Better off making plans that are for today, or, if you're planning on something that will be, for God's purposes for the long term, then yeah, because you're trying to do God's will. But
Yeah. Yeah.
these selfish kind of get rich quick sort of things, are pointless because you don't even know if you'll get to reap the benefits of them.
Yeah.
Similarly,
And even if-
okay, somewhat tangential thought, but
Yes.
there were a bunch of, I guess, commands might be the best term. I was actually like just reading through some of this kind of stuff in Deuteronomy where Moses gives the people a bunch of commands or suggestions or whatever regarding going to war and some of the exemptions for soldiers. And it included like, okay, if you had just gotten married or engaged or whatever, like, you're exempt. If you had just built a house, you're exempt. If you had just planted a field, you're exempt. And part of the idea, at least to my understanding of that, was like, it was seen as not ideal in God's eyes for someone to like kind of start something and then not be able to reap the benefits of it.
Right, yeah.
But then swing that back around to what we're currently talking about, and even the discussion about rich people, and like they're making all these moves to, you know, basically they're starting all these things but not getting to reap the benefits of them because they're intentionally pushing it off to the future and or to, you know, just a stockpile that nobody's going to be able to do anything with.
Right. Yeah. Interesting.
Anyway, that was my final thought there.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Jeez.
goes back to last time's conversation, which, yeah, I mean, it's all kind of about balance and, you know, God's the one who knows best what's coming and what he wants for you, and he really does want you to have a good and content life. And these get rich quick schemes are kind of like what we were talking about last time, where like you want for the wrong motivations, basically. Like, you ask and you shall receive, but you know, God wants what's best for you, and what's best for you isn't going to be just hoarding a bunch of stuff and sitting on it for yourself. So, yeah, I don't know. I know last time discussion would be like 4 days ago or whatever, but it's nice to tie it all back around.
Yeah, and what I don't have tied up is how to figure out this level, so maybe we'll save that for next time.
Okay, sounds good.
Because all I've figured out so far is a couple of ways to die. Okay. Well, that's gonna do it for this episode. Hope y'all enjoyed
up
it.
on the finale.
Yeah. Maybe. We've got, oh geez, like 8 or 9 levels left still.
Yeah.
We'll see if I can get it all figured out. I don't know. It might not necessarily be next episode, but soon.
Yeah. Soon.
Anyway, hopefully we'll see you then. But, yeah.
Have a good day.
I guess for now, goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.